In this video, I'm going to show you how to import and export investments within a pie in Trading 212 and maybe some of the reasons why you would want to use a pie in this platform. So recently I've been investing more into pies as a way to actually separate my investments and to keep tabs on specific investments. As you can see from here, I have 3 investments, one in the Invesco FTSE All World, one in the iShares Core S&P 500 and one in the Vanguard FTSE All World. However, when I click on the menu here to get to pies, these investments can be further categorized. Now on this channel, I am doing a £100 investment every single day, in which I am currently investing £100 every single day into the Invesco FTSE All World. I also have another pie called Investing Likes, in which I invest the likes that I get on my social media into the S&P 500. As you can see, the iShares Core S&P 500. Now if I scroll down, you can see I currently own 218 shares in the iShares Core S&P 500 and 14.75 of them are in pies and 203 are bought manually. This means that if I want to separate these investments so that I can track them differently, I can do this by investing into the investments tab or by creating as many pies as I want to track them individually. Now I typically don't end up using a lot of pies on Trading 212, but in this sort of sense, in order to separate your investments, I personally think it is an amazing feature. Now, if you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, then all you have to do is to follow the link in the description down below. Alternatively, if you've signed up to Trading 212 in the past 10 days and haven't received a free share, all you have to do is click the 3 horizontal line menu here, scroll all the way down until you see the use promo code section and enter the code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. Now in my Trading 212 Invest account, the same thing applies here. I have a pie that I'm investing into the S&P 500 every single day. Now, if I want to buy some additional shares into this, I can just buy it outside of the pie, allowing me to actually separate my investments that are within a pie and without a pie. Now again, the reason why you'd want to use a pie in this occasion, you can track the performance over the max time period over the past year, 3 months, 1 month, 1 week, and even 1 day. Now initially when I was actually doing this challenge £100 every day, I actually did it outside of a pie. So as you can see, my first deposit seemed like £300, but I didn't have to actually sell out my holding and then rebuy it in a pie. I found a feature on Trading 212 that you can use to import current investments into a pie. Now, in order to create a pie, it's very easy. All you have to do is hit the pies section here. And in this section, press this button here that says create pie. Now, as I've made a video on this before, Trading 212 now has ready-made pies from the likes of BlackRock and Wisdom Tree. You can go into them and they are already ready-made pies. However, if you want to build a custom pie like we're doing today, you would go in to build a custom pie. Now here you can add your investments. Let's say we want to invest into the Vanguard FTSE All World, you just find it here. You can add as many companies as you want, but for this example, we're just going to add 1 ETF and then press the next button here. And then if you have multiple holdings, this will actually play a part, but you can actually press 100% here. If you have 2 holdings, for example, the VUSA and the Vanguard FTSE All World, and you want to do 50-50, you can easily change the percentages here. I'm going to leave it at 100 and then press next. So within a pie, one of the main features is Autoinvest. So once you put it into a pie, you can set up regular payments from your bank account or your available free cash. Let's say I want to invest £100 every single day. I can actually do this through Autoinvest, or you can choose manually. I prefer manually myself and press next. Now here you can name it whatever. Let's just do testing and create the pie. So now over here I have a new pie called testing. I can go into that, and as you can see right now I don't have any investments. There are some extra options here that I'll quickly go through. You can set a goal. For example, if you want to reach £600, we can set a goal for £600 and it will easily keep a track of that. A nice way to stay invested into the market, having goals to set and looking forward to reaching them. Again, you can toggle auto invest here and set up regular automated deposits from your bank account or your available free cash. If you invest into any holdings that have dividends that are paid out, you can set up auto invest for dividends. When it reaches a critical amount, those dividends can get reinvested back into the pie. For example, we chose the Vanguard FTSE All World, which does pay out dividends, and that can be reinvested automatically using this feature. Here is a total of the dividends that you received and anything that was reinvested. Really nice to see within a pie. That is why I think that Trading 212 pies are a very useful tool for investors. investors. You can also make your pie public, which I'm not going to do right now. Now, you may have realized that we don't have anything in this pie. So the thing I want to show you is that if you click this 3-button menu over here, you can actually now import investments that you have that were created outside of a pie. So if you go into import investments here, you can see that these two were invested outside of a pie. Some of the iShares Core S&P 500 that I showed you was invested in a pie, but this is only going to select the parts that were selected outside of a pie. So let's just import all my Vanguard FTSE All World holdings into the pie. All I have to do now is select that and press next. And then I can select how many of my shares that I want to transfer into the pie. I'm going to go with 100. So as you can see, currently that is worth £101,000 and press confirm. So just like that, we have immediately reached our £600 goal. And now the current balance is £101,036. And we can easily track if it's going up and down within that pie. It is worth noting that we can track this outside of a pie too. However, it gets more complicated, for example, when I showed you the iShares Core S&P 500, in that I have 203 bought manually and 14.75 in pies. So it's very nice to be able to separate your investments from manual investments, pie investments, any sort of challenges or targets that you have, for example, investing £100 a day, whatever it is, maybe investing on the 13th of every month and seeing how unlucky or lucky you are. Whatever it is, you can actually create a pie for that. Pies make it very, very easy to actually manage your different lumps of money. And for me recently, this has been incredibly useful. Now we can go back into our testing pie. And now I want to show you how you can export back into your manual investments. Now you should also notice that these are still going to be in your manual investments. Even if you create it within a pie, it will still be in a manual investment. As you can see here, all my holdings in the Invesco FTSE All World are within pies, but they are also visible in the investment section. So if I go back here, you can see all of these holdings are actually in pies, but when you go into manual investments, this is the total of every single share of any company you hold. So going back into pie, going back into testing, and if I click the 3-button menu over here, we can now export these investments outside of a pie too. And if I click here, Vanguard FTSE All World, press next, we can actually change how much we want. So if I wanted only 50%, I can do that. Now I want all of it outside of the pie so that I can delete the pie. You don't actually have to wait for the markets to open or close to do this, because technically you're not buying or selling anything. You are just putting it within a pie. So I can do this now even though the market is closed, and press confirm here. And just like that, my pie is empty. And if I go back into my manual investments, you can see the Vanguard FTSE All World. I now can see my investments as normal, just like what I had before. Another great feature of pies is you can export these as a CSV file, so you can check them on Excel and keep tabs if you are so inclined. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.